Good morning, students. As part of our pre-board preparation, we have started revision of your syllabus. In that, we have almost come to the end of this chapter, life process. In the last class, we have discussed about human excretory system, kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, urethra, how urine is formed, everything we have discussed. So, the function of kidneys is to filter the nitrogenous wastes from the blood, so that making the blood pure or devoid of nitrogenous wastes. But due to some infections, injuries, or restricted blood flow to kidneys, the activity of the kidneys may get reduced. It can be asked like this: how the activity of the kidneys can get reduced due to infections or injuries or restricted blood flow to kidneys may make the kidneys activity get reduced. Okay, what happens when the activity of the kidneys get reduced? Reduced activity of kidneys results in the accumulation of poisonous wastes in the body, because the function of the kidneys is to filter the poisonous wastes from the blood. When kidneys are not able to perform their function, or when kidneys are reduced in their activity, then automatically it results in the accumulation of poisonous wastes in the body. Okay, what will it happen if there is an accumulation of poisonous wastes in the body? Accumulation of poisonous wastes may even lead to death, other than causing certain harmful effects in the body. So, when kidneys are not able to perform their function properly, or in case of kidney failure, an artificial kidney can be used in order to filter the nitrogenous wastes from the blood. What is an artificial kidney? Artificial kidney. It is a device to remove nitrogenous waste products from the blood through a process called dialysis. What is artificial kidney? It is a device to remove the nitrogenous waste products from the blood through dialysis. Artificial kidney contains number of or many tubes with semi-permeable lining. Artificial kidney contains what? Number of or many tubes with semi-permeable lining. Remember this word, tubes with semi-permeable lining, that are suspended in a tank filled with dialyzing fluid. So regarding artificial kidney, what you need to remember is many tubes with semi-permeable lining suspended in a tank filled with dialyzing fluid. Many tubes with semi-permeable lining suspended in a tank filled with dialyzing fluid. What is the speciality of this dialyzing fluid? This dialyzing fluid has same osmotic pressure to that of the patient's blood. Patient means in whom the kidneys have failed in their function. So the dialyzing fluid has same osmotic pressure to that of the patient's blood. But the dialyzing fluid is devoid of nitrogenous wastes. So when patient's blood is passed through these tubes, the waste products from the blood pass into dialyzing fluid. When the patient's blood is passed through these tubes, the waste products from the blood will pass into dialyzing fluid by diffusion. What is diffusion? Movement of a substance from its higher concentration towards its lower concentration through semi-permeable lining. So in dialyzing fluid, there are no nitrogenous wastes. So concentration of nitrogenous wastes is 0. In blood, there are nitrogenous wastes. So concentration of nitrogenous wastes is very high compared to dialyzing fluid, where it is 0. What about the osmotic pressure of blood and dialyzing fluid? Both are same. So obviously, these nitrogenous wastes will cross the semi-permeable lining by simple diffusion. As nitrogenous waste products pass from the blood into dialyzing fluid through the semi-permeable lining of the tubes, the blood will get purified. This purified blood is pumped back into the patient's body. This purified blood is pumped back into patient's body. In kidneys also same thing is carried out, like how it is carried out in artificial kidney. How? Blood is brought to kidneys. In kidneys, the nitrogenous wastes are filtered out from the blood, and filtered out blood is again sent back to the body. Here in artificial kidney, what is happening? Blood is flown through the artificial kidney, nitrogenous wastes are filtered out from the blood, and the filtered blood is again sent back to patient's body. So both kidney and artificial kidney are functioning same. But there is a difference. In natural kidney, one process is extra that is carried out. It is reabsorption. In kidneys also same thing is carried out, but in kidneys reabsorption process is there. In artificial kidney, there is no reabsorption process. There is no reabsorption process. Only filtering out of nitrogenous wastes is carried out. In a healthy adult, the initial filtrate before reabsorption, the initial filtrate is about 180 liters per day. In a healthy adult, the initial filtrate before the reabsorption process, it is 180 liters per day. But are we excreting out 180 liters of urine per day? No. The volume of excreted urine is only 1 to 2 liters per day. What happens to the remaining volume of that filtrate, which is 180 liters? The remaining filtrate is reabsorbed in the kidney tubules. Out of 180 liters of initial filtrate, about 178 to 179 liters of initial filtrate is reabsorbed in the kidney tubules. So we have learnt about the functional unit of the kidneys. The functional unit of the kidneys are nephrons. In the nephrons, there is tubular portion through which reabsorption process occurs. So about 178 to 179 liters of initial filtrate will be getting reabsorbed through the tubular portion. Now, whatever it may be, the purification of blood using artificial kidney is known as hemodialysis. The process of filtering out the nitrogenous wastes from blood using an artificial kidney is called hemodialysis. What is hemodialysis? The process of filtering out the nitrogenous wastes from the blood using an artificial kidney is known as hemodialysis. Now coming to excretion in plants. Plants use different strategies from animals for their excretion because they do not have an excretory system. Plants carry out photosynthesis for the preparation of or for the synthesis of glucose. During photosynthesis, the produced oxygen or liberated oxygen also is considered as the waste product. How this oxygen will be leaving from the plant body? Through the plant leaves, through their stomata. And excess water that is absorbed by the plant roots will be lost from the plant body by the process of transpiration. Transpiration is the loss of water in the form of water vapor through the tiny pores present in the aerial parts of the plant body. Many of the plant tissues consist of dead cells, which we have learned in class 9th, in order to have low maintenance and more protection. Many of the plant tissues consist of dead cells in order to have low maintenance and more protection because the plants are stationary organisms. As plants' tissues consist of mostly the dead cells, plants can even lose some parts like old leaves so that nothing will happen. If a dead tissue is lost from the plant body, nothing will happen. Many plant waste products are stored in cellular vacuoles. Plants have larger vacuoles. So many plant waste products are stored in cellular vacuoles. Waste products may be stored in leaves which can fall off. Other waste products are stored as resins and gums, especially in old xylem, so that they can be lost from the plant body very easily. Some waste products are excreted by the plants into the soil that surrounds their roots. Plants are having soil contacting area, that is roots. So the many waste products are excreted by the plants into the soil that surrounds their roots. Likewise, in excretion of plants, plants use different strategies than animals because animals are different in structure and plants are different in structure. During photosynthesis, oxygen that is liberated also is considered by the plants as waste products which will leave from the plant body through their stomata. Excess water is lost from the plant body in the form of water vapor by transpiration process. Many of the plant tissues consist of old dead cells so that plants can even lose some parts like old leaves. So if any waste products are stored in such a dead plant parts, even if the parts are lost from the plant body, automatically along with them the waste products also will be lost from the plant body. Waste products may be stored in leaves which can fall off. Other waste products are stored as resins and gums, especially in old xylem, which also can be lost from the plant body. Some waste products are excreted by the plants into the soil that surround their roots. Likewise, excretion is carried out by the plants. With this chapter is completely completed, but we are left with the explanation of certain experiments regarding photosynthesis. There are some experiments. How can you prove that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis? How can you prove that light is necessary for photosynthesis? How can you prove that chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis? These experiments we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.